I wanted to make chili and cornbread this week for a dinner or two, and I was like, okay, chili and cornbread, so good together. This cornbread was maybe the best thing I've ever made. Top 5 best things I've ever made. But holy moly, I think part of the reason was the butter. I used an Icelandic salted butter, and European butters have a little bit of a higher butter fat. I think it's 84% versus 80 to 82 is what American butters have. It was so good. So when I do brown sugar, I either do Swerve. If I'm cooking like mostly for us, I'll do Swerve or a brown sugar blend. So this is a Splenda brown sugar blend. And then I creamed it with the butter. And then I had buttermilk from a cake I made my mother-in-law for her birthday. And I had that left over, and I was like, buttermilk cornbread, yes. So I'm going off of a recipe I found online, but I always do my own thing. Baking, you can't totally wing. It's unfortunately a science. Not my personality. So I always, when I am baking stuff, I know conversions and I can substitute xylitol or a sugar substitute for 1 cup of sugar, yada yada. But I do go off stuff in that case. So yeah, when you cream the sugar and butter together, if you're doing a cornbread, a cake, whatever, it gives kind of like this fluffy texture to whatever you're making. So I think that definitely helped because I had never done that with a traditional cornbread recipe. And then in addition, this recipe, and most of them don't call for like a vanilla extract, I added my favorite vanilla butternut extract from Loran Oils, and that I think put it over the top too. And then I'm just adding the dry ingredients to the wet. I'm not very specific on like wet, dry ingredients all being perfect because it's all ending up mixed together. It's fine. A lot of recipes will be like, put all the wet and all the dry, and I'm like, I'm not dirtying multiple bowls, thanks. Something like this, it doesn't matter. So this called for an 8x8 pan, and I had a pie plate. I don't own an 8x8 pan. I don't know why. Only a 9x13. We don't eat in 8x8 quantities. It's too small. So I use a pie plate, and that was a good decision too. This came out I can't even put into words. I also underbaked it a little bit by accident. Highly recommend. And I think we ate a lot of it even before we had the chili. It was that good. So definitely a 10 out of 10.